All right, so we want to figure out if 13 pi over 12 is related to a special angle that we're already familiar with. And so for me to figure that out, I got to think about it, the angles on the unit circle. Get some context. So let's see, 13 pi over 12, pi over 12s. Well, pi over here would be 12 pi over 12. So 13 pi over 12 is just a little further. That's just 1 pi over 12 more. So thinking about some special angles here, here I have pi over 4 in the middle, and then this would be pi over 6. So halfway down, pi over 6 to 0, this would be 1 pi over 12. So pi over 4-ish is here, pi over 6-ish is here. So this would be about 13 pi over 12 right there. So that's the angle that I'm given. So first I got to mess around and identify that angle. All right, so what do I know about that? Well, I know it's right in between this angle right here and this angle right there. So it's the average of these two angles. Okay, so what are these angles? Well, I know that angle is pi, and this is pi over 6 further. So that angle right there must be 7 pi over 6. Okay, so let's see, averaging doesn't help though, because I need to do a sum or a difference. Okay, let's see. So, okay, let's go over here then. Let's see, that's pi over 4. Over here would be a relative of pi over 3. It would be pi over 3 past pi. So pi over 3 past pi would be, let's see, 3 pi over 3, 4 pi over 3 is right there. Does that one help? Not sure yet. Okay, so how would I have done pi over 6 here? Well, here, when we did this before in class, that angle is the difference of these two here. So pi over 4 minus pi over 6 is where we got pi over 12. Okay, so can I do a subtraction to end up? And again, where I want to end up is here. So if I think similarly over here, would that be this angle minus, no, it wouldn't be this minus that. It would be this minus pi over 6, I think. Let's try that. So what angle is that right there? That's relative of pi over 4. So 1 pi over 4, 2 pi over 4, 3 pi over 4, 4 pi over 4, that would be 5 pi over 4. So I think if I take 5 pi over 4, that angle, and I subtract pi over 6, kind of like I did way over there, that should take me right there. Let's try it and see what we get. Common denominator would be 12, so we'll multiply 3 here, and 2 there, and there. So that's going to give me 15 pi minus 2 pi over 12. 15 minus 2 is definitely 13. Okay, so I figured it out. That was the hard part. So I just figured out that the cosine of 13 pi over 12 can be found by taking the cosine of 5 pi over 4 minus pi over 6. And then we'll use the angle difference formula for cosine on that. So the angle difference for cosine says take the cosine of the first angle, 5 pi over 4, times the cosine of the second angle, pi over 6. Cosine gets the signs backwards. So if that's a minus, this is a plus. And then sine of 5 pi over 4 times the sine of pi over 6. And then here, I just need to know what those exact values are, which isn't too bad. So 5 pi over 4 is right here. That's related to pi over 4, and both x and y and x are negative there. So that would be a negative square root of 2 over 2 for this one. And over here, also a negative square root of 2 over 2. For pi over 6, that's where the x value is bigger than the y value there. And so y there is 1/2, x is square root of 3 over 2. So cosine is the bigger one, square root of 3 over 2, and y is the smaller one, 1/2. So multiply, add, multiply. So cleaning that up, we've got square root of 2 times square root of 2, square root of 6 over 2 times 2, and that is negative times a negative is a negative. Here I have plus a negative times a positive, so that would be minus square root of 2 over 4. And then we'll just check that on a calculator. And that's going to be a negative number. And we are talking about the cosine. And the cosine in this region should be a negative number, right? So we're on the right track. Did we do it right? Calculator check. Let's see, I had switched degrees here. So let's clear that and switch back. Always be degree conscious or angle conscious. All right, so let's see. We're trying to find the cosine of 13 pi over 12. And computer says it's negative 0.9659. We think it's equal to the negative square root of 6 over 4 minus 2, no, square root of 2 over 4. And looks like I got the right exact value. So again, the hard part for this one right here, for me at least, was figuring out what special angles the given angle was related to. And I had to play around a little bit to do that. And again, I had made a couple of guesses here and here about which angles to use, and those weren't working out for me. And I had to go back and think about a simpler problem. Pi over 4 minus pi over 6 is pi over 12, to realize I had to take this relative of pi over 4 here and back up pi over 6. And that's what the arithmetic led me to. So playing around, I eventually found how 13 pi over 12 was related to two special angles. And then the angle difference formula finished it off.